most of you do the same thing, yeah. Come on, admit it. I'm like Cinderella who has her own curfew. 10 बज गए मुझे घर जाके सोना है. So how do I catch up with Bombay's nightlife? Well, this is what I do. Hashtag about last night. I wake up early and before my eyes even open, I ask for tea, reach for my phone and blindly start scrolling through the feeds. मतलब एक आँख कभी खुली भी नहीं होती है and I'm just like, oh, let's see what's happening last night. So people have these crazy parties and it's a flood of pout selfies, lubricants, and fancy clubs under the hashtag about last night. So while these party animals look like $1,000,000, I'm in bed looking like 50 rupees while I have my tea and toast. Now someone whose Insta feed I regularly devour and sometimes envy is my next guest. India's most famous fashionista who suffers from severe nomophobia just like me. Please welcome to No Filter Neha, No Filter Sonam Kapoor. Hi Sonam, you are looking beautiful.
Thank you.
It is an audio show, but I still want everyone to know how amazing you're looking right now. I shouldn't even be in the same room as you.
Rubbish.
Well, Sonam,
Hanji.
do you know what nomophobia is?
No.
It's no mobile phobia. Like we know lock yourself up in bathrooms and you can't even go into a bathroom without your mobile phone. Tell us what that's all about.
For me, I love reading a lot and I love playing like games. So I play this game called Quiz Up and I'm like obsessed with it. So I'm constantly doing that and it's not that. The reason I don't like having my mobile around actually. It's always on silent, which my mom gets really irritated with. She's like, the phone is always with you, why is it always on silent? And why is it so difficult to get in touch with you all the time?
Have you been in a situation where it's been really urgent and your mom's like, okay, now I need to get in touch with Sonam and Sonam is just AWOL because...
So many times, because I'm very spaced out.
Oh,
I'm
great.
extremely spaced out. And not in a bad way, but in a way where I get into something and I can really concentrate. You know, I'm like not one of those women who can multitask. You know, most women can. I can do one thing at a time. So if I'm reading, I have to read. If I'm working, I have to work. It's like I can't do like 100 things. So it's not like I'm obsessed with my phone where I'm connecting with people all the time. It's like I'm doing things on my phone which aren't actually related to the phone.
Oh, okay.
So I have my iBooks and my Kindle on my phone. I play a lot of video games. I used to play a lot of video games, but I stopped doing that now since I'm like 30 years old.
And 30 is great.
Above 30, yeah. Like I think that last year when I touched 30, I'm 31 now. I thought now though it's just downhill. I might as well like live it up.
I think the thing about turning 30 is just that I just feel like everybody just becomes this person where
you have no choice but to be yourself.
Exactly.
Because you're like, okay, this is what it is. But then, you know, I do realize I feel like I look different. I feel different. I don't feel confused anymore about who I am. I know who I am.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's the best thing about not being confused. Now, because we know that you're not confused at all, now that you've turned, 30, we want you to give us some blatant answers.
Okay.
So we're having this award show on this show called No Filter Neha, and we're going to give you categories and just present the award. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
First award goes for Best Fake Laugh.
Best fake laugh.
Yeah.
I think Karan Johar. He does it all the time. He does it during the life of the party, leaving. I think Karan, you're so fake.
Okay, great. Karan Johar gets that award. Best Gossip Girl or Boy.
Ranbir Kapoor.
Really?
He loves gossiping. I don't know anybody who loves gossiping as much as he does.
No way! He just comes across like this Sida boy with his chashmas on.
He is very Sida, but he loves gossip.
Okay, great. Best, thank God they have famous parents or they'd be nowhere.
I guess I can just give it to myself.
Oh my God, I want to touch your feet. Please, we had this in the making before you arrived. That is hilarious that you're saying this about yourself because I was just like, I am going to dive down and touch Sonam Kapoor's feet if she gives this award to herself.
Come on.
Well, best runner-up. Almost made it but didn't.
Akshay Khanna.
Oh, thank God you didn't take my name. I had Karan sitting across and taking my name for that. Best social media account.
Best social media account.
I think you should give it to yourself.
You think I should give it to myself?
I think you should. Nobody follows.
You know, honestly, I love Salman Khan's Twitter account a lot.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's another one. Sometimes I don't get it, but I want to get it. Like, I have to, it's like code. You have to decipher.
I love it. It's the most fun thing to follow. I guess, I love his Instagram. And Instagram, I like my own. And Snapchat also, I like my own.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, this is the last one in the category. Best Viva Maya.
Best vegan, definitely me, since I've become vegan now.
Oh, did you become vegan after?
I was always vegetarian. Like, I was predominantly vegetarian. I used to eat seafood and whatever, but I went there and they said I was lactose intolerant. So I became vegan because of that. Also for compassionate reason, but mostly because of my health.
Well, your love for food and for fashion. Like, girls who are into this whole fashion thing. Like, you're super skinny.
I'm not.
Like, people in the fashion world don't really eat. Like, how does it add
That's
up?
not true. I'm honestly, I live very healthy. And I love indulging myself, obviously, once in a while. But the reason I love fashion so much is because I think you can be any shape or size and still look amazing in, like, beautiful clothes. I don't think it's, I mean, some of the, like, fashion icons have, like, Catherine Hepburn or Mila Kumaro, Marilyn Monroe, the real girl bodies, you know, Coco Chanel. They had a certain, like, body structure and you need to dress. And the reason I was overweight for, like, in high school, and I learned how to dress my body, and I love, because I love clothes and love fashion so much, so I know how to dress my body. And I think the reason girls relate to me is because I am not model thin.
But you know, there was this point when you were shooting and you went on this GM diet.
Yeah.
And then what ended up happening exactly after 7 days of that GM diet
So I ate everything.
Yeah, is what we want to know. So how did that go down?
Well, I was on Players set, and obviously it was Bipasha Basu with me, who's wearing a bikini and walking around.
Yeah.
I'm like, hello, she's like so fit. She's like, I need to go on a diet, like now, ASAP. So I went online, I was like, quickest way to lose weight in a week.
Is that what you punched in?
Yeah.
What did you?
So it's the General Motors, I had no idea what it was.
Yeah, we've all done that.
Yeah, so my manager and also one of my best friends, Alicia, was traveling with me at that point, and she was like, let's do this together and blah blah. So we've done like two idiotic vegetarian people who are doing this GM diet, which is even tougher on a vegetarian thing. By Friday, my makeup artist Namrata, who's also one of my closest friends, they all have been working with me since I was 21.
Yes, thank you, Namrata. She's been an amazing kabru for us, by the way.
So she is like, okay, let's go to this Indian restaurant. Now, I can eat Indian khana anywhere. Okay, I like my khana. Like, I like Indian food.
Yes, like Indian people, please listen. Sonam Kapoor eats khana and she's pointing her hands at me because she uses her hand. She does not use cutlery, I'm assuming. And she eats proper
I
khana.
get upset when people eat pizza or rice or Indian food with cutlery. No, but so we've gone to this Indian restaurant and we've ordered the whole thing.
So what happened? So you ordered the whole... So you rang up a bill of how much?
Like, because Namo was paying for that dinner, because we have a thing where every week somebody else pays for dinner. You know, you do this. We don't like... We always like go Dutch or like we decide who's going to pay for dinner one day or whatever. So poor thing had to pay a bill of like $400.
Oh, shucks. Basically, you should have Bipasha pay for it because she was like,
she
bikini
was
looking
like,
good
what
and
the
she did this
hell?
to you.
Yeah.
Bipasha Basu, it's all your fault. You
I
also
love her.
Kapoor
I got a friend with Bipa. I made a friend, on that film. So
yeah, you know, eating Uncle Chips gives you happiness.
Yeah.
But we know what that tastes like. Do you want to tell us what gobar tastes like? Because we know you had a very close encounter with cow dung.
When? during Ranjana. So basically, you know, we with Abhay, I was shooting in Delhi, and you know Abhay is, he's a little princess.
Yeah.
And
We've done a film together called Ek Chalis Ki Last Local.
Yeah.
It is a low budget indie film where Abhay Deol wanted
broccoli or some crazy shit
blueberry whole wheat muffins as a snack.
I love Abhay, but he's a little princess. Okay, and so we had to.
We want to hear Abhay's princess moments.
No, but it was funny. Like, so we were supposed to go to, like, I think we went to like this slum area in Delhi, and you know, we're supposed to clean up the slum. Like,
Yeah, I remember that scene.
That
Great
scene.
movie, by the way, and you were fantastic.
Thank you. So I was like, what do you mean? I was like, Abhay, I'm getting into it. I was like, you know, everybody thinks I'm a princess, but it's not true. So you have to come. I swear, obviously, he was very sporting and he did get into it and he'll do it. You know, eventually Abhay will bitch and complain, but he always ends up doing things.
Yeah.
And we were in dung and kitchen and we were sitting cleaning. We actually have cleaned that slum up.
Wow.
We actually cleaned that place up.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it was actually one of the best experiences that I've had doing a film, because a lot of the things that we did, like even while I was training for Ranjana, I actually, my background is from theatre. So I went and I trained as a street play artist and actually performed in Delhi Haat and stuff like that, but nobody recognized me. And it was so
Wow.
much fun. Yeah.
I mean, all of that sounds fantastic, but how do people not recognize you?
Because you know when you
you
don't
were very established by the time Ranjana
No, but you
came
don't
out.
expect somebody to be in a black kurta in a crowd. I was not doing the lead. I was like one of the kids in the background, actually like singing. It was so much fun. Like that whole experience was amazing because you know we did everything real.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And what a great director as
He's
well.
amazing. Anand sir is amazing. He's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
he's the best. Like I love him. Like a
yeah,
lot.
I mean, it just even a film like that, you know, to just
Yeah.
be able to like.
I mean, I didn't sign anything for a year and a half before I signed Ranjana because I was just not happy with the work that I was doing, and I just waited till the right project came, and this came, and I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Was that the game changer?
I don't know if it was a game changer. Yes, I think it was for me. Everybody laughed at me, honestly, Neha, because you know Dhanush is very established in the South, but not many people knew him.
Yeah.
They were like, हाँ उसने national award RT है, कोलावरी D है, रजनीकांत का you know what son-in-law है.
Yeah.
Nobody knew. They were like, you're doing a film with Anand Rai, who's made one Tannu Manu, with Kangana, who wasn't Kangana Ranaut at that time. And you're doing this film. Are you sure? You're Sonam Kapoor. You've just done a film with Shahid and Akshay Kumar. You know, and I was getting offered like all these like films, and I was just like, I don't want to play the hot chick. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like so over it.
It's hard. It's really hard, you know, to snap out of the hot chick
Yeah.
syndrome. And then the thing is
Yeah.
that I totally understand. You don't want to be a pair of legs in films.
I know I can act. I know that I know the language. A lot of the girls, my contemporaries, don't know the language. You know, like I know all of that stuff. I've worked very, very hard to like hone my craft, and a lot of my directors see that. You know, despite whatever. So I waited, and I got this movie. And for me, it was a game changer.
And that's fabulous,
Yeah.
you know, because we also, I mean, and now especially you got this amazing award in Australia. We had a small chat on Twitter about that. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And lots more in the kitty because we have an entire season of awards that are coming
don't
up.
know, huh?
Well, speaking of awards and reviews, we know that there was a point when you got trolled on Twitter and you tweeted out saying, you know what, I'll just stick to talking about fashion now. I want you to give honest one-line reviews,
Okay.
Twitter style, 140 character style, about the next films that I'm going to name.
Oh my god.
Are you ready to do
no.
this?
I don't want to do that.
Anything you don't want to do, you can just pass.
Okay.
It's
Can
okay.
it not be Hindi movies?
They all are, unfortunately. If you want me to quickly change them, I can.
No, but just tell me which ones they are.
First one, Bahubali.
I haven't seen it.
Fine, great review.
I haven't seen it. Honestly, I've heard the script though. I was offered it, and I heard the script, and I thought it was incredible. But I haven't seen it.
Okay, fan.
I haven't seen it.
Great review. Grand Masti.
I definitely don't want to see it.
Yeah, Masan.
Beautiful, stunning film. I watched the movie. I put it up on social media. It was incredible and rich as.
Okay, Mirza.
I haven't seen it.
Sonam.
I haven't seen Mirza. Okay.
Sonam has given us one-line reviews
I
about
really
every
haven't.
film,
I
and her
keep-
Twitter review has been, I haven't seen it. That's going to be my new
Masan, I said it was
hashtag.
amazing, but I haven't seen Mirza, dude. I'm dying to see my brother's film. I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. I want you to know that Rakesh Mehra, who considers me, he keeps saying, "No, she's my muse. Is bloody cast my brother. I want to kill him."
Okay,
I was like, call me your muse in all these interviews and all of that. Then cast Harsh Kapoor.
So speaking of trying to kill Harsh Kapoor and interviews, there was this one point we got our hands on someone's phone, and there was a message from you in that phone that said, quote unquote, Sonam Kapoor, "It's fucking unnecessary. Please don't mention me in any of your interviews ever again." Who did you write this to, and why did you write this?
My brother. I'm always overreacting according to him. He's such an idiot. Did he tell you this?
We don't know.
Such an Harsh Kapoor, you're an asshole. I just want you to know. I love my brother to death. But, yeah.
This is funny. Okay, but why did you write this? Is so harsh. So no.
I know. He did some, I think it was in Mumbai, but I don't even remember what
DNA.
DNA. So
Yeah.
he gave some interview, and I was like, you cannot judge like the fact that you don't like Ramla Khan, or you don't like something, or you don't like some of the work that I've done. You were the one who messaged Suraj Barjatia from my phone saying that I want to, like, I swear to you, my brother has messaged from, like, you messages directors from my phone without even telling me.
No way.
Yeah.
Harsh. So does he ask for work? Like, does he say lend himself out from your phone as Harsh, or just does he?
Sonam. He's like, I was like, I'm not messaging people like that. It's so weird. So he just steals my phone. He knows my code, and he like messages directors saying that I want to work with you and all of that.
Harsh, way to go. You're the kind of brother everyone should have because
No, but
that
Neha,
doesn't
he
get-
does that. You know, he does that. He goes out there and gets work. He goes there and he puts himself out there. He's like fully like that.
That's amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
It's actually pretty new age, to have that much confidence.
He's very confident. He's very ambitious. He doesn't mind being humiliated. Like, he's very passionate about his job.
Yeah, and he looks great in the promos and stuff like that.
And he's a very good actor, so it works. But he's also like a brat.
Yeah, we've heard. So being confident, being a brat, and putting himself out there.
Yeah.
So these three qualities are qualities of a brother who also brings back home a lot of women.
Yeah.
So there have been times, quote unquote, Sonam Kapoor and Rhea Kapoor. I'm going to read these things out.
I'm gonna kill him. What?
Through the women that he's brought home, you've had really wonderful things to say, and you cannot deny this. I'm almost joking while saying this because I want to crack up. For example, when he brings a woman home, the comments from Sonam and Rhea have been, she's sweet but tacky. Comment 2, not bad, but you can do better. Comment 3, don't you think she's kind of a slut? Comment 4, we hope you're using protection. Comment 5, why do you have such bad taste in women?
He does have terrible taste.
Arsh never asked me out on a date. I'm also 10 years older than you. I don't want anything bad coming out of her.
No, dude, I never say this to them directly, but like, yeah, he just like, yeah, I don't want. I'm not gonna say anything to this.
But you've said enough.
I say to him. No, I do this to Arjun as well. Arjun's like, I'm never introducing to anybody.
So do you remember anyone offhand that you've been like, after seeing to Arjun and Harsh that...
All of them, all these boys decide that they want to date girls who are not at all like Rhea and me.
What are girls like Rhea and you versus girls like, without taking names because we don't kiss and tell. So
I'm not putting my judgment out there.
your judgment is out there, Sonam. You can't run away from this.
I believe, there's a certain, okay, Neha, there's a certain, I believe you need to have a little gravitas when it comes to certain things, and a lot of, I'm not only saying girls, but there are a lot of boys as well, who just basically don't do shit with their lives. I'm not judging it.
Yeah, you're not judging me. You don't judge.
But I'm just like,
very positive as well.
I was like, maybe get someone who actually has read a book, maybe.
Okay.
Or maybe, doesn't think bleach blonde hair is like classy.
But you know that he's going through that age where, he's 24.
Okay, I'm like,
did you make any relationship mistakes?
I've made tons of mistakes, but honestly, like,
I'm just seeing, it's like this. I can see you like sinking in this hole. Right?
No,
it's
I know. I
amazing.
explained to you. I'm just explaining. Harsh was like, okay, he's way more judgmental than I am. So I was like, how would you feel if like a boy treated me like that, right? He's like, but you're not that kind of girl. I said, what kind of girl is that? I was like, it doesn't mean. He's like, I'm not into commitment. I was like, so these girls are fine with it? They just like put themselves out there? He's like, because I'm being honest, everybody's not like you, Sonam. I was like, you're such a weirdo.
Does he talk like that?
Yeah, he talks like that.
Oh, okay. The last phone conversation we had, he sounded okay. But
He's an idiot.
okay. 9 times over, Harshvardhan Kapoor, from being super talented, has now become an idiot according to Sonam Kapoor.
I love my brother, dude. But like, I don't know, dude, what he does. He just, I don't know. It's not my problem anymore.
Well, we have this amazing thing that we want to do with you because we have Sonam Kapoor's School of Fashion. Okay, and we want to know what your thoughts are about a few fashion, can I say, situations that you've been in.
Okay.
And what are your thoughts on it? The first, which I loved, the Elisab yellow feathery dress.
Green.
I told myself that it was green. It was just like different filters.
I love that dress.
Yeah, the Elisab green feathery dress being compared to Anil Kapoor.
Was it? I thought it was compared to that cartoon character.
Or was it compared? So then to the cartoon character. What was your take on that?
I think maybe to my dad also because of the hairy situation.
You're amazing, Sonam.
But I think the dress is so whimsical and so beautiful, and I just felt really pretty in it. And I like to have fun with my clothes, but I thought it was pretty funny as well. I actually laughed out loud when I saw it.
Yeah, I know you have that great sense of humor and you own things and you tweet about it.
It's true. Yeah, I did tweet about it. I posted on Instagram. I thought it was really funny. Okay, I thought it was really funny. I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it does look like that.
Yeah. The Ralph and Russo white dress which you wore at Cannes, which was being compared to Dosa.
Okay, that was stupid. I don't think there was no comparison. first I saw it, it was most
I love
stunning
it.
strain in the. I think it was beautiful. I got such great reviews for it everywhere. I love that outfit. It's a sari inspired. It was embroidered in India. It was sari inspired. Tamara's one of my closest friends, and she designs the most incredible clothes. And she was like, I have to do this season with you, and like this scan season with you. And she did the most. And she's like, I want to do sari inspired gowns, and that's what she did.
Aishwarya Rai's purple lipstick at Cannes.
You know what I said was that I think she pulled it off and she wanted people to talk about it, and it was a positive. I mean, I said it in a positive way. Obviously, people take everything that I say about Aishwarya.
We don't know what you said. You can rephrase it.
No, I basically said that they were like, "What do you think of the purple lipstick?" I said it's cool because I haven't gotten that much press for doing something, even with my green outfit, and that's what she wanted to. I guess you wear purple lipstick because you want people to see it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what she did.
No, so you meant it in the best way possible.
Yeah, which is good. Like, sometimes I do things for attention like that all the time. Like black lipstick.
No, you're the only one who can carry it off. After seeing you, I've tried putting black lipstick and I'm just like, Neha, what the fuck
it's
is the
so,
matter with you?
it's really amazing because you need to do the rest of it very beautiful, pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You're not, when
so
you're...
you can offset it.
Offset it. And now the 90s are back with the chokers and stuff. That looks so good. God.
That's great. Yeah.
Amazing.
What do you think of Rani's look in Savaria?
I loved it. It was Anuradha Vakil. If I get married, one of my Shadi ka jodas will be from Anuradha Vakil.
That's a big one.
Yeah. So
That's
Anamika, Anuradha, Avasandeep.
Oh, that's been decided. Except for the boy, everything is decided.
Except for the boy and the location and whether I'm getting married or not.
It's
my
all
clothes are decided.
Well, you're a voracious reader and you've adapted Emma to Aisha, etc., etc. So if we throw you questions, now we're just having fun. We're just doing fun games and questions, and you have to leave, but we're not going to. This door just locks from inside, and we're never going to let you go. So we're going to ask you to do Indian adaptations, and we're going to give you book names and just cast the lead.
Okay.
Indian actors.
Okay.
Devil Wears Prada.
Well, Anna Hathaway or Anna Wintour?
So we go with both Anna Hathaway and Wintour.
Obviously for Meryl Streep's character, I would say Shabana Azmi because she's so brilliant, and for Anne Hathaway's character, I would say Shraddha Kapoor.
Interesting.
But Anne Hathaway has this very she has this vibe which Shraddha has, I feel.
That's interesting. I still don't know what vibe Shraddha has, but all I know is that she's cute.
She's cute. That's what Anne Hathaway is. She's cute.
She's cute. Girl next door.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey.
This is your final one, so you better be right about it. Because till now the casting has been spot on.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I'm making all the movies.
You're making all the movies.
You
Okay.
just cast
50 Shades of Grey. Again, I haven't seen the film.
So it's just about
the book is again. It was one of those books that I read, and I'm sorry to say, I enjoyed it.
Well, we all did. Lots of insane sex, and if you read the book, you know. Yeah.
Bad book, but good book. So bad that it's good. I actually like the characters a lot in that. So, who looks virginal?
Are you talking about the film industry?
Yeah.
I'd say no one.
Maybe Alia.
Okay.
And for the boy, someone really hot, Siddharth.
Okay, so there it is. I mean, I think the casting has been spot on, Sonam, till now. I mean, you've done really well. Now, I have a very interesting question for you, and I was just like, are you scared of flying?
No.
Okay, so cool. So if a plane is going down, and you were to trade one of these things with God, what would you trade? You'd be like, God, save me. And you had to trade one of these things. Sex, money, movies, fame, or dessert.
Fame.
Oh, good one. Yeah? And why? Can do without it?
No, it's not that. I love it. I love being known. I love connecting with people, and I think it's a great gift because you have a platform where you can actually make a difference. But I love sex. I love movies. I love being a part of it, and I don't have to be an actor. I could be behind the scenes, and food makes the world go round.
Yeah, it really
I don't know
does.
about love, but food definitely does. And what is the other thing that you said?
There was sex, which you covered. There's money. That is what it is. There's movies, fame, dessert.
Yeah, and I feel like dessert, no. Like meetha matlab.
Yeah.
Come on, no,
Yeah.
but fame definitely is not necessary.
Yeah. That's
Not necessary at all. You can still make a difference without being famous.
Well, speaking of sex, have you ever dated any of your co-stars?
No.
And have you ever wanted to date any of your co-stars? So are you single now?
I am.
And how does that go down? Do you feel that something's missing? Because I'm single and I'm just like,
No, I don't think so. First of all, I interact with most of the people in the film industry, and I'm really not interested in dating anybody from the film industry. Not because of anything. I think they're incredible people. My dad's an actor. I just want to not only talk about movies all the time.
Yeah.
And I feel like you become very stagnated, and it's not cool. And also, I've never been attracted to my co-stars. It's very strange. I think, and that's why I have such good chemistry with them, because I've never had sex with them.
Yeah. Or maybe in your hair, you're just like, yeah, there's always that mystery that's
Yeah, there's
there.
a mystery,
Otherwise, it
and
gets
there's-
too comfortable.
Too comfortable, and then you're just like whatever, like brother and sister,
Oh, okay. Well, I have two super fun games left with you, and then we're going to let you go.
Yeah.
Okay, the first one's called The Better Off.
Okay.
Okay, the better director, Sanjaliya Bansali or Suraj Barjatya?
Oh God, I can't choose.
Can't choose. The better actor, Salman Khan or Anil Kapoor?
Anil Kapoor.
What do you prefer more, reading or filming?
Reading.
Okay, Neerja or Prem Ratan?
Neerja.
Rightly so, good choice. Deepika Padukone or Priyanka Chopra, the better actor?
Priyanka Chopra.
Okay, the better thing to watch, 24 or Slumdog Millionaire?
They're both very different.
But if you were to pick one?
I would say 24
Okay. And films or fashion?
films.
Nice. So now this is super easy as well. And if you had to give fashion advice to any of these actors or famous people, what would you say to them?
Who am I to give fashion advice?
You are somebody to give fashion advice. Kangana Ranaut.
Don't wear heels in the airport. I just want to know how she does it. I want to know how she does it.
And she walks with so much ease.
How does she do it?
You know who else does it is Malaika. She could run a marathon.
No, but
in
I've
heels.
seen Malaika do it, and she is always in heels. It's just I don't understand it. I was like, how do you do it? Maybe it's because I've been tall all my life. I'm so awkward in heels. I look like a duck when I'm walking in heels. So I just don't get it.
I have a sideways walk. I'm thinking
I don't give advice. It's curiosity.
Okay. Boni Kapoor.
Boni Chacha, lose weight. Boni Chacha so unhealthy.
Sonakshi. Fashion advice for Sonakshi Sinha.
Oh my god. Get a new stylist right now. Because Sonakshi actually has good taste. Really good taste.
Oh, really? But then what happens?
I don't know. Wear a lot of Indian clothes because she looks beautiful in Indian clothes.
Okay. Priyanka Chopra.
She's pretty good, dude. She rocks whatever she wears. I like Priyanka. I like everything that she does.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Me too. Aftab Shidasani. I saw him and his wife wear the identical velvet suit at a red carpet event. So they went and got it tailored.
Which is fine. You can kill it if you're confident. You can wear whatever you want.
And last but not the least, Arvind Kejriwal.
You can stop wearing those muffler thingies. So unattractive.
Yeah, in the middle of summer that too.
Yeah,
When it's 45
stop.
and then you're protecting your neck.
Stop.
Well, right before we let you go, we know that your pet name, and that's the reason why I was fighting tooth and nail saying we need to get Sonam on the show, which you've lived up to, by the way, is No Filter. Why are you called No Filter?
What? No, really? That's not my pet name.
Your PR team calls you that, and they're always on the edge of the seat.
That's what they say. I don't know. They keep calling me that behind my back. But my family calls me Sona Senior.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But then your entire PR team is just like, hey, you're doing the show called No Filter. Her name is No Filter. We are so nervous when she talks. Well, right.
That's what they call me behind my back. They don't call me that on my face.
Well, no, but people only have wonderful things to say behind your back, and whether it comes to No Filter, Sonam, you have lived up to your name.
Thank you.
Sonam, you've been fabulous.
Thank you.
That was as edgy as Sonam Kapoor's fashion choices. Clearly, the woman loves to flirt with disaster. Thank you, Sonam, for being No Filter Neha and living up to your nickname. Keep rocking the red carpets and the silver screen, and a big thank you to Born Homia for their awesome coffee and the hampers. All our guests